Hey guys, I'm so happy you could join me. How have you been? Well, I'm glad to hear it. Well, I found this wonderful book that I really wanted to share with you. It's a story about a young woman who went on to discover one of the greatest discoveries in history. This book is called Ocean Speaks: How Marie Tharp Revealed the Ocean's Biggest Secret. If the ocean really could speak, what would it say to you? Well, let's find out what it said to Marie. The beach was a blanket of squishy, soft sand, and Marie wanted to feel it under her feet. Shoes off, socks off, the ocean stretched out before her like a big blue mystery. The waves were talking to her, wishing up to her toes and sighing away again. Marie loved going to the countryside with her father to search for treasures. She discovered forests and farmhouses, boulders and bird calls, wheat fields and waterfalls. Marie's curiosity was as big as the world she wanted to explore. When she was old enough, Marie wanted to study the earth like her papa. She wanted to be surrounded by rocks and trees, soil and mountains, sunlight and fresh air. But those were jobs for boys, not girls. When Marie was growing up, girls were not supposed to dream of becoming scientists or explorers. Instead, she had to take art classes. Marie sketched in her notebook. She learned about stylish outfits, shapes, and designs, and she stuck her sculptures together with gum. Marie didn't take art for long. How is our schooling system different from when Marie was growing up? Yeah, it's crazy that because she was a girl, she actually wasn't allowed to take certain classes or study certain things. Imagine if you weren't allowed to do that. How would you feel? I'd probably feel the same way. Soon, many men went off to fight in a war. With the men away, women were encouraged to learn science. Marie saw her chance. She began studying geology, math, chemistry, and physics. There was so much to explore. She discovered geodes and geometry, equations and elements, atoms, and antimatter. Marie was so proud when she got her first job in a laboratory in New York. When her male colleagues returned from war, they were sent on research trips. Marie wished she could go too. They were sailing the Atlantic Ocean using high-frequency sounds to explore the ocean floor. They got to go to work with the sun on their skin and salt in their hair. But women were considered bad luck on ships. Marie wasn't allowed to join her colleagues. She had to stay behind. Box after box full of depth measurements were sent back to the office. Marie's job was to use the data to create a map of the ocean floor, plotting every point on paper. She knew the ocean and its secrets were inside these boxes, so she set out to work. Marie's fingertips became stained with ink. Eraser shavings fell to the floor. Her drafting lamp hummed beside her. She had found another way to follow her dream. With her map, she could be an explorer after all. Instead of the vast, open ocean, she dove into her tiny, cramped office. Instead of crashing waves, she sailed through reams of smooth paper. Instead of clouds, she dreamed of calculations. And instead of the dark, mysterious ocean depths, she swam through bottles of pitch black ink. Marie mapped point after point after point. Inside her small office, Marie's map grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Soon, Marie wasn't in her office anymore. She was an explorer on the ocean floor, surrounded by valleys and peaks, mountains and canyons, dips and hills. After weeks of work, Marie looked at her map. Something was wrong. There was a deep rift valley on the floor of the Atlantic Ocean, a long crack with mountainous peaks on both sides. The ocean was talking to Marie again, but what was it telling her? Marie showed the map to her colleague. He yelled, he argued, it must be a mistake, nothing but foolish, silly girl talk. He told Marie to redo her work. She knew her map was correct and was eager to prove it. Marie dove into her paper ocean once more, and again the Great Rift Valley appeared. Like a seam on a baseball, the rift circled the earth on the ocean floor. Earth's crust appeared to have moved and shifted apart somehow. Despite her evidence, nobody believed in Marie's work. One man, an explorer named Jacques Cousteau, decided to prove her wrong. He sent his cameras down, down, down. He expected to film an empty ocean floor with no Rift Valley in sight. He was wrong. Marie's map had revealed the ocean's biggest secret. The Rift Valley was as real as any valley on land. There were mountains beneath the waves, hidden by the ocean's great depths. Marie had discovered what would soon become the largest known mountain range on the planet. Her map became famous. Because of it, scientists started wondering, how did the ocean floor move like this? Was it still moving? What other truths could we learn by studying the hidden depths? Marie's map opened the door for us to better understand our planet. The next time Marie visited the ocean, she listened to a whoosh and sigh around her. She felt the sun on her skin and the salt on her hair, and she smiled. Marie's discovery led to so much. Like the book said, scientists started to wonder what else we could learn. Why was the rift there in the first place? Well, about 300 million years ago, instead of the 7 continents that we know today, there was just one huge continent, and we call it Pangaea. So why do we have the 7 continents instead of the one large supercontinent? Well, scientists believe that our continents are actually on tectonic plates, which are huge slabs of rocks that are constantly moving, even today. So what do you guys think the world would have been like if we still lived on Pangaea? That's a great answer. What about what you think the world may be like as the tectonic plates continue to move? Do you think there'll be more continents? Yeah, I guess we'll just have to keep discovering how our world is speaking to us. You guys have a great day. See you soon.